Hi everybody. So in this short video, I want to share with you some things you may not know about the narcissist related to when to expect them to try to come back or to discard you, okay? Or to just bring chaos or messiness into your life. So here are some times of your life to expect. First, them to try to come back. They will try to come back when the new fuel is figuring them out too much. When the new fuel is starting to doubt how true they are and there's nothing they can do about it. When they lose control of the new fuel and they don't have any other options, that's when they'll try to come back. They need fuel. They can only go but like a week without it, where we can go weeks where we're just talking to people sometime. They have to have someone to cater to their ego. They can only go about a week until they start looking for someone new. This is why it's important to ask people to be honest with you when talking about how long it has been since they were actually involved with someone before they met you. Now, we know the narcissist will never be honest about that, so of course you need to do your own research. Narcissists have a habit of just hopping around from old fuels to new fuels, back and forth, real messy with that. And it's often when they get exhausted of trying to get that specific fuel to stop questioning their identity, to stop paying attention to the signs that they are fake. So whenever any of the fuels start to really want to talk about how fake they feel, or how they can't trust them, or how they feel they are toxic, when the narcissist has to hear all that too many times, and they feel like the fuel is not staying in their place, that's when they will start to go back and forth between old and new fuels. Or they will try to go harder on a fuel that they were kind of grooming. So they have the fuel that they're grooming, they have the one that they're kind of breadcrumbing grooming, and then they have the one that they just put back on the shelf somewhere. So the next part of this video, how to know when should you expect the narcissist to get messy with you, passive aggressive, or to kind of do a slow discard of you. It's often when you are accomplishing something that they prayed that you never would, that they have tried so hard to stop you from doing, that they have been visualizing you failing in, that you're not succeeding in. They've been visualizing that. See, they've been manifesting you to stay stuck in an area of your life that would make you dependent on them, especially emotionally and mentally. When that doesn't work, that's when they feel like you hurt their ego. You prove that you are more spiritually powerful as well as energetically powerful, because you're not being affected by their influence, their misdirection of you on your path. You're like, oh, I'm still achieving what I want to achieve. I'm still doing it. I don't need your approval. I don't need you to tell me if I'm doing it right. I don't need you to celebrate me. When you put off that type of vibe, the narcissists get very offended, and they get fake feeling hurt, like their feelings is hurt, but really it's their ego that's hurt. Because they thought they had you stuck in a way that they could just keep coming back and re-grooming you and re-bombing you, and you would take it. See, when you accomplish that one thing that they've been really blocking you from, that they know you really want to achieve, it could be like a big health goal you're trying to achieve, or a big financial goal that you're trying to achieve without having to get their approval. When you have done that, they kind of want to get even with you. They want revenge because you showed them that they're not that much powerful in controlling you. So then they'll start to discard you, to drive you crazy, to make you get messy with your own energy, in hopes that will affect your ambitions. That will affect whether you keep on going after that goal. They're hoping that will slow you down, and then they will be the goal, not the one that you actually chose to have and wasn't tricked to heaven. See, they tricked you to make them the goal. They want you to get back to that. You can never have a goal more important than them being the goal, than keeping their approval, keeping their worship of you, their pimping of you. They want you to keep that as the goal. But when you don't, and you're like, oh, I have this goal with my health and money and career and education, I got to put a lot of me into that, and schedule you, narcissist, which I should because you're toxic. When you say that, they're like, what? You know, in the words of Dr. Romani, don't you know who I am? That's what they say. Instead of, don't you know who we are? I got to help you like you got to help me. I got to help you. And that breadcrumb you, they don't say that. They say, don't you know who I am? Because they say, they take all the credit already for your achievements, even if they were toxic and they didn't help you. So that's why they have that, don't you know who I am? I'm the one that got you halfway there. It's very toxic, y'all. So they will get revenge, and it could be through a very toxic discard, where they're making you think that you're just imagining that you're being discarded, that you're asking for too much, that you just didn't respect their boundaries, and that's why you think it's a discard. So they do that type of, mind tricks on you. And that type of discard with their manipulation is common because, as I said, you're trying to achieve something, and you think you're strong enough to go at it without them, to do it without them, and you're proving that you are. A lot of narcissistic parents will get even. When you prove that their approval was not needed. You knew what you had to do for you, and you knew how to do it without them. So that is when you should expect them to attack you. Okay? So just ask yourself, have you been getting some rewards and some achievements through some sort of goal? Have you been letting them see it? What I have learned is that when the narcissist is discarding you, even if they've only discarded you one time, you should actually try to hide your path at that point. Even if you're still with them, even if you're still living with them, you should try to achieve in silence, because they see you achieving goals as detaching from them, as you getting your self-esteem and confidence back, and you're building it up so that you won't depend on them for validation of yourself. They don't like that. They do not like that, okay? So, when you are achieving big goals and you're getting closer to a big accomplishment, you will notice that not only do they do a discard, but they will try to make you think that you're just living in delusions of that achievement, because they've trained you to need their validation. They've trained you to need their compliments, their support, their pats on your back. They've trained you, so they know that if they go cold during your rise to success, that you may start to doubt the value of your success. And so that's why they will just go cold. Sometimes they don't discard you. They just pull their energy back socially from you. But the energy of, I still want to hold on to you energetically, is still there. They still have that type of pull on you. It's just they cut back the social, or they pretend like you don't exist at times, especially when you just showed some results for achieving your goal. So for example, let's say that you just stood on a scale and you saw that you lost 5 pounds. So you're 5 pounds lighter than you were. And so you're like, oh, I'm doing it. I'm getting closer to my weight loss goal. If you do that too many times around them, they may start to go cold and act like they don't see that your body's getting better, that you're getting leaner, that you're looking like you're recovering from whatever health problem they gave you. They'll pretend like they don't see it, because they want you to chase them and then get back into needing their validation, because then they feel like they've had some sort of play in that achievement, and so they still get some ego boost. They want you to chase them while you're trying to achieve. And as we know, when you are trying to recover from narcissistic attacks, you know you'll start going after those goals, achieving those goals that you put aside or that you forgot about when you was trying to work it out with them and they weren't doing their part. So they're often also watching to see if you're picking up old goals that they knew they made you freeze and not do, and deal with their toxicity. They know that they distracted you from goals that you may have had when you first met them. They know. They're keeping record of your growth. Every single narcissist do. Even if they don't speak to you in the streets after y'all break up, they are still doing a little bit of research every now and then. They just do not want to be completely wrong about feeling like you're never going to get the love and care that I gave you. That what I said about you that made you not good enough for true love from me was correct. They want to make sure that that belief stays solid in their mind, even after they're done with you. So this is why they will come back. They will come back sometime, whether through friends, because sometimes that's how they come back, or being friends with your family members or your neighbors, or another ex of yours, just to check in or whatever. But keep in mind that every time you publicize your success, the narcissist gets very irritated. Very irritated. Especially if you're not even worried about them no more. If you're gray rocking them. Whew, you can expect them to like cycle back. But really that cycle back is to set you back. Set you back on that goal. Slowly but surely, without you noticing, so that maybe you just blame yourself and you don't say they had some part in it. I hope that this video was clear, and I hope this kind of opened your eyes. I'm going to be doing more videos talking about the narcissist. This is the topic that I'm going to keep doing on this channel for as long as this channel is around. So check the community news for any features of my videos on this subject about the narcissist personality. Thank you for listening, and have a bright day. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can donate to my Cash App at @Coach B Hunter, or through my PayPal. Bye.